If you watched yesterday's stories, you'll recognize this shirt and this green juice I'm still drinking because it was filmed right after. I want to talk about a project that we did for a confidential corporate client. Corporate interiors is our bread and butter. That's where we spend a lot of our design time, and a lot of our clients are from that industry. My background's actually in that industry. I was a commercial interior designer in the corporate interiors field, as well as healthcare for a little over 20 years. So that's what we do here now too. This project was brought to us by Able Design Group, and they had some feature walls in mind for the client that utilized a material that this particular client actually made. They're a fiber optic cable manufacturer, and they wanted to use their material in the feature walls. So Able knew what they wanted these to look like. There was going to be a feature wall on each end of the break room. You can see that in this photo here, and it happened on 7 floors. So there's 14 of these total, and then there's one big one that's a little bit different in the reception area. You'll see that in the photos that I post after stories. Like I said, they knew what they wanted it to look like, but they didn't know exactly how they wanted it or how it could be done. So the design, or engineering basically is what I call it, that all happens inside our facility, inside our design team. And so we came up with a way, there's some behind the scenes photos too, to install these in a series of pieces. One of the things about corporate interiors and high-rise buildings in particular is you have to size everything for the freight elevator and also for their path of travel, if you're going to make any tight turning radiuses or to fit through doors and things like that. So what you're ultimately seeing came up in a couple of different parts. The metal part came up first, and then the wood was added after the fact. After the metal was in place, it's anchored to floor and deck above. And then the wood, which just goes around the metal, and then the cable, the fiber optic cable, is actually wrapped on site. I participated in that wrapping, and we had a full team, so I can't remember exactly how long it took us, but this was a phased project, so it happened over a couple of months actually. But each floor, I think probably all in, took less than a week, probably like 3 days, I think, per floor to put these in. Anyway, enjoy the pictures and let me know if you have any questions.